Now, Gaurav, you actually asked me a great question. What are some things that we could do as newcomers establishing our credit? What can we do to actually expedite and speed the process up of building credit? So there's a lot of things that you can do. The first thing I would say is don't go out and start applying for like 10 different credit cards. Don't do
Very,
that.
very important. So listen to Mr.
Don't do that.
Elias here. Don't apply for new cards, whenever you come to this country.
Don't go crazy. Now, you will need a credit card. That is for sure. And I would suggest starting with one and max two.
Yeah.
Do not get more than that to start. Now, eventually, as you build up, sure, you can go for it and do it. But my advice would be at the very start, get one, maybe two credit cards max if you can. But don't go for more than that. Now, if you don't know how to get a credit card, let's say you've just arrived, you want to get the credit card, but you have zero credit. There are secured credit cards that financial institutions can offer. And what a secured credit card is essentially you almost prepaying your credit limit. Now, I highly recommend if you're going to go with a secured credit card, you don't need a lot of money to start. $500 is a great place to start and allows you to do a lot of things that you can cover and pay for without being restrictive. And what I like about getting a, let's say like a credit limit of 500, especially if it's a secure credit card, right? You're giving that collateral of $500 so that's now held against that credit card. That allows you to now get a credit card that, let's say with Visa. Now Visa is going to report your activity every 30 days to Equifax and TransUnion. That's going to start building up your credit.
Terrific.
Right? And the other great thing about that is when you have this credit card and now you go and get your cell phone, right? Don't pay for your cell phone with your cash.
Yeah.
Pay for the cell phone with your credit card.
Absolutely.
Right? And set it up so that the pre-authorized payments go through the credit card. So every month, your cell phone bill gets paid automatically in full through your credit card. And then you, in turn, you manage by paying your credit card that once a month. So it allows you to also kind of consolidate, if you get what I mean, right?
Absolutely.
And maybe you have a gym membership, right? That's another like monthly, or Netflix. Think about all of your monthly subscriptions or monthly bills. Maybe if it's your internet, your cable, whatever other items that you may want to put those on your credit card, right? And let those payments be automatically paid directly from your credit card. And every month, you just budget your monthly costs and just make that monthly payment to your credit card. What you're now doing is you're setting yourself up where all of these payments are all being on time. Each one of these subscriptions as well tend to be on your credit report as well. Your cell phone for sure, your credit card definitely, right? So, and if you have like Rogers, like your like cable, there are different entities that will show up as well. So whenever you're making those payments to your credit card, every time you're making that payment in full, again, $500, right? Like it's not that big of a number, right? If 500 is a lot, that's okay. Go to 350. Find the number that's going to work for even $100. It doesn't matter. What you want to do is you want to start.
Absolutely.
And the more that you can pay, the better.
And Mr. Elias, you mentioned about secured credit cards, but there are also secured loans too, right?
Sure.
That can build your credit. What do you think about that?
I think with secured loans, you definitely have an opportunity there, but you want to be careful. You want to be careful with secured loans. It depends on what type of collateral that they may be looking for. Something that you could also consider if you have family, relatives here that you're trying to, that are willing to help you, you could potentially get a cosigner or a guarantor as well for some of the particular applications or loans that you may want to get. There are different avenues that you can go. With a secured loan, I think you want to be very careful with what the collateral is that's being offered. Most times with secured loans, it could be where they're looking for like a tangible asset.
Like a collateral.
Exactly. Like a home or something like that. You're much better off, I would say, finding a cosigner, especially if you have a relative that you trust or someone that you've got an existing relationship with. And I would go with a cosigner for something like that as opposed to going with a secured loan right out the gate.